Hey guys, my name is Kathy with Kathy's Crafty Creations and DIYs. Welcome back to my channel. I am tickled pink that you're here today. Today I've got a lot to cover. I have 9 modern / boho with a little twist of farmhouse DIYs, and we're doing a $40 Amazon gift card giveaway, and I'm collabing with one of my dear friends, DIY Beauty on Purpose. Her name is Leonette. We're going to talk about her and that Amazon gift card giveaway just a little bit later in the video. But for right now, without further ado, since we have 9 DIYs, buckle up, guys, because we're about to get shaking in this house. Here we go. Hello and welcome to my channel. If this is your very first time or if this is your millionth time, I'm so glad you're here and I appreciate each and every one of you. Guys, we're going to start off with DIY number 1 and we're going to make this gold sphere. All I have is one of those little small foam balls that comes from the Dollar Tree and some toothpicks. And you take the toothpicks and you fill that foam ball full of toothpicks. Some of them I made a little bit taller than others, like by pushing some down a little bit further, and some of them are just at the tip so that these will go at different sizes, if you know what I mean. Some will be pushed down in there further and some will be a little bit further back. So I filled this whole foam ball, and there's no rhyme or reason. Don't get analytical with it. You don't have to do it any certain way. You just stick those little toothpicks in there and you're doing it right. And when you get close to getting your little foam ball filled up, it should look a little bit like a sphere on the end of it. This is going to be a beautiful shelf sitter or for a bookcase. I was going to use the small skewers from Dollar Tree, but I felt that it was too small, and I got one of these wooden dowels that comes in a pack at Walmart that I just showed. I got some foam that comes at the Dollar Tree, and I stuck it down in there to see how big I wanted it, and then I cut it off. I'm using this paint by Folk Art called Brushed Metal in gold, and it's awesome. And I'm going to use my little concoction of baking soda and paint. And guys, if you watch my channel often, I do this technique a lot. You can use any type of paint, chalk paint, acrylic paint, it doesn't matter. I even use this brushed metal. All you do is mix it with baking soda. If you want your texture to be a little bit thicker, you're going to put a little bit more baking soda. If you want it a little bit thinner, you're going to put more paint. This makes your piece look like pottery. And so what we're going to do is take it and just slap it all over the bottom, that floral foam. We're going to put it on there with a popsicle stick, and there's no certain way you have to put this on there. You can put it on there with a paintbrush if you want. I just use this popsicle stick. And then I kind of used my fingers even and like popped my fingers up and down and that popsicle stick up and down so that it would have like ridges, and it would kind of like have little, you know, like it would stand up in some spots, like it would have little peaks. That's the word I'm looking for, peaks. So it turns out gorgeous if you do this. Just like I said, don't get analytical with it. The sloppier you are, probably the better this is going to turn out, guys. And then after I got it on all the sides of my floral foam, I let it completely dry. You want it to dry for at least an hour. I mean, it's best if you let it dry overnight. Then I use my black chalkboard paint that I get from the Dollar General store, and I just use my little distressing brush, which is just a basting brush from the Dollar General, and I just very lightly slide it across the top of that. And with those peaks that we created, that brush and that black paint just grabs those peaks and those divots that are sticking up in the air, and it distresses in the most beautiful way. So your base part is gold, and then you're distressing with this black color. And guys, this makes this look so high end. You would never think that we probably have about $1.50 in this whole craft. It looks so high end on a bookshelf. You distress it to your liking, and I wanted to show you this metallic paint is what I use. It's the 2x Rust-Oleum metallic. And then you just take your sphere and stick it down in there. And this is what it looks like. This looks so high-end and so modern. It's really cool. Let's talk about DIY Beauty on Purpose. She usually puts out 3 videos a week, and she's awesome, guys. She works with power tools. She does videos that shows you how easy it is to make your own home decor and how to make it on a budget and how to make it beautiful. And you can take pride in saying, I made that myself, when people ask where you got it from. I'm going to put all her information in the description box below, but after my video, you have to go watch DIY Beauty on Purpose. And we're going right into DIY number 2. We're going to start off with just some regular black paint that's from Apple Barrel and some baking soda again. And we're going to make a pretty good size mixture because I have a vase. It's actually a candle holder that I bought at the thrift store, and it was originally from Hobby Lobby for $17.99 was the tag on it. Isn't this beautiful? But I'm not crazy about the color because that's not my color scheme. Right now it's slick, but what we're going to do is put this black baking soda concoction on it, and we're going to turn this into something that is so high-end looking you will not believe it. I first splatted it on like I always do with that popsicle stick, but then I went over it with a paintbrush. There is no certain way to put this on. You just want to get it on that vase. So what I did, in some areas I put a lot of the mixture, and in other areas I put it kind of thin, but I covered the whole thing except for the top. When I had the vase covered and I was happy with the way that it looked, I let it dry, and I let it set and dry all night long. The next day, I took it outside and I spray painted it with black. The black spray paint that I use is that Rust-Oleum 2-time matte. And guys, look at how this turned out. It looks so high-end. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, the sky is falling down. Okay, DIY number 3. We have one of these chains that came out at Halloween. And what I did is I have 5 links on each side and then 1 link across the top. And I didn't show it. I lost the footage of me gluing it down, but I just glued it the way that it hangs. I didn't try to maneuver it in any certain way. Then I took this little plaque this little box that comes from the Dollar Tree. I took the tractor off of the top of it and I sanded it. And then I painted it with just my chalkboard paint from the Dollar General store. I gave it just 1 coat because with that chalkboard paint, that's all you need is 1 coat. I took my chain and I spray painted it gold. And guys, wait till y'all see this. This is a $2 DIY. And this is so modern. It's just like one of the coolest pieces I think I've ever made. So I figured out how I wanted it to be placed, and all I did was put 2 dots of glue down, and I held on to it for a few minutes until it would be still. And look how awesome this is. I am so excited about this piece. I think it's beautiful. This is a $2 DIY, but it looks so modern. It's just something that's really cool looking. Sometimes when I'm editing these videos, I have these strange songs come to mind, and I'm sitting here looking at this thinking, chain, 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 chain of fools. I don't know. Don't even ask me.
Oh, you're so funny.
Anyways, guys, if y'all are new here, every time in my videos I tell some corny joke that's not really that funny, and that her name is Henrietta. She always shows up and giggles at me. After the next DIY, we're going to talk about the $40 giveaway, so hang on, because right now we're going into DIY number 4. I have one of those fish bowls from the Dollar Tree and then some of those large flat glass stones from the Dollar Tree and some smaller glass stones from the Dollar Tree. All I did was take those stones and I hot glued them all over that fish bowl. No certain place. I just kind of glued a big one, a little one, big one, little one. And then when it was totally dry, I took it outside and spray painted it. And guys, this looks like high-end decor. It's beautiful. And it's so pretty whenever you put a candle in it and light it. It would be beautiful on a bookshelf, a beautiful conversational piece. It's just beautiful. If this isn't modern or boho, I don't know what is. The modern and boho styles are both kind of simple and sleek and just something different, something out of the box, something that makes you say, All right, guys, so I hope that you're enjoying these DIYs. Let's talk about that $40 Amazon gift card giveaway. There's two things that you must do to get in this giveaway. The first thing you have to do is be a subscriber. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do that. The second thing you have to do is go in the comments below and put the word farmhouse. That's all you have to do. Be a subscriber and put the word farmhouse in the comments. That's it. Guys, here on our channel, we love each other, we laugh, we have a good time, and in the little bit of time that we spend together in the week, we just forget about everything in the outside world, and we laugh and love. We even pray for each other here on my channel. So if that's something that sounds good to you, please subscribe. I would love to have you to be a part of our family. But without further ado, once again, subscribe and the word farmhouse in the comments. I will announce the winner next Tuesday, May the 11th. Be looking on my channel in the community tab for the time. Also on my next video, I will announce it. I've got some of those plastic champagne glasses that come from the Dollar Tree. There's 6 in a pack and they're in the wedding section. And I have some of those little foam balls. All I'm going to do is take that off, flip the champagne glass over, the top of it anyway, and then I added one little foam ball, and then I added a toothpick and put a second foam ball in there. And then I took the bottom of the champagne glass and stuck it down inside after I put a dab of hot glue on. And this is one of them. Then I move on to the next one. On the second one, I took the top of the champagne glass, the part that you would drink out of. Then I stuck another foam ball on that and then stuck another end that you drink out of on top of that. But I added hot glue so it would stick together good. Now these are going to turn into 2 candle holders. And they are so cool when I get finished with them. After I did this, I took them outside and I gave them a good coat of the spray paint. And look at what they turned out looking like. Life is a winding road. It's crazy how you can take something so simple and make it into the coolest decor. So now these are 2 little candle holders and I just think they're so cool looking. This is a really neat budget-friendly way to decorate your house, like say if you're in a dorm or you're just starting off in life. DIY number 6 is another easy one. I have 2 of these glasses that come from the Dollar Tree. They're the little short ones. And I just glued them bottom to bottom. And then after that, I take some rubber bands and I take some masking tape. First, I took the masking tape and I started at the top and just kind of went down at an angle and just kind of made it go down and around. Like, there's no certain rhyme or reason. You could go from side to side if you wanted to, but I wanted it to kind of be different, so I started at the top and kind of went down in that motion. And then I took about 3 or 4 big rubber bands and just, like, wounded them around it in different motions. Like, in other words, you see here, it's easier to show you than to explain it. See, some of the rubber band is like up high, some of it's down low. There was no rhyme or reason to how I did it. I just knew what it was going to turn out looking like. So you don't have to do this any certain way. It's going to come out super, super cool. All I did was spray paint this with the gold. And guys, look at this. Boom. Here's another easy candle holder. I'm going to use this one, put a little votive in there, you know, and it's just beautiful. You can put like some of the white Dollar Tree sand about halfway up and then a little votive candle, and it's beautiful. And at nighttime when the light come through that, where the little stripes are, it was the neatest thing. Now, usually I only do about 4 to 5 DIYs per video, but with these DIYs, most of them being so simple and easy to put together, that's how I came up with 9 of them, and I'm just really proud of these. I think they came out good. This is something that's very different for me. I don't use this type of decor hardly ever, so it was really fun to do. DIY number 7 is just an old tray that I got from a thrift store. And all I did was take my black chalkboard paint. I painted it black all over. Since I did a couple of candle holders and like vase sitters and things like that, I wanted to do this tray so I could show you what some of these DIYs would look like if they were sitting on a tray, like on a side table, you know, beside your coffee table or whatever. After I got it painted and the paint dried, I took my hot glue gun and I just made I just went crazy all over the top of this thing with my hot glue. Like, I made different types of patterns. I just kind of went all over the place because I had a certain idea that I wanted for this decor. After that, once again, I took my brushed metal gold paint and I just kind of distressed the top of this with my basting brush. And if any of you guys are new to my channel, for distressing, I use an actual basting brush that comes from the Dollar General, like you would, you know, put butter on bread, like you would baste, you know, maybe baste the top of your food with or whatever. And it's actually in the kitchen section. It's the best distressing brush. Now, after I distressed this, look at this. And I noticed that even on camera, it doesn't show up as pretty as it was in person. It's really cool looking, guys. And then on the handles, I painted them gold also. I even have some gold roses here. How do you guys like that? I appreciate each and every one of my subscribers so much. I love you guys. I thank you. And as always, you know that if you have anything that you would like for me to pray for, just leave it in the comments below. If you don't want to leave it in the comments, you know the routine. I have my email, my snail mail, my Instagram, Facebook. I have it all. And let me know what y'all think about this tray, if you like it or if it's not really your style. Now we're down to the last 2 DIYs. I have this picture that I picked up at a thrift store. It's like an 11 by 18. And I simply just took and painted it one coat with my black chalkboard paint. And I let that dry. Then I bought this little piece from the Dollar Tree. It was already painted gold. And I just took my little distressing brush and I distressed it with black. Now I counted that as a DIY, but you almost can't really count that as a DIY because it's kind of, you know, you just add a little bit of black paint to it and turn it into something totally different. So I've got a piece of this nylon rug that my husband had brought home from work, and I'm just measuring it out because I thought that this had the coolest pattern in the background. So what I thought to do in a modern picture is to paint the bottom part black, or paint the picture black, and to take this rug and to paint it gold and make this really cool design. So what I did was measured it out. I made several cuts. I made a few long pieces, like long strips. I made a few triangles, just different types, because if you know anything about modern decor, they have different shapes, different sizes. If you will look at the pictures that are created, it's kind of just anything goes. It's just something so different. So look, I painted this gold, and look how cool this is. And I had the idea to make like a ripple coming up in the middle of it. And then I took these two long pieces that I spray painted black, and I'm twisting them around to make it like just a strange type of shape. You know, you have to give me this, that it's definitely something different. It's definitely modern, and it's very different. This is not my normal style of decor, and it may not be yours either, but I can step back and see the beauty in this, and I really like it. And then I took one of the long pieces of black, and I just kind of curled it up into a circle and glued it that way. And I also did one that was gold, and I curled it up and glued it that way. Those go at the top of this picture. Take a step into the river. Then I took the 4 triangles that I had, and I just placed them in different directions on the ends of my little squiggly black lines. I painted some beads that I had gold with my brushed metal paint, and I placed 3 of them at the top of the picture. And then I placed 3 at the bottom of the picture. This picture hangs up long ways. And this is what I come up with at the end. This is what it looks like when it's standing up correctly. Like I said before, even if this is not your style of decor, I mean, it's not my normal style of decor either, but I can see the beauty in it. I can appreciate the simpleness in it. I really do enjoy making this type of art because it's something different, and it definitely gets your creative juices flowing. You have to think outside the box. You have to think about things that you don't normally think when you're crafting. And so I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun making these. It was a big challenge for me, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I hope y'all enjoyed this video, guys. And as always, y'all know that I love you from the bottom of my heart. I am so very thankful for each and every one of y'all. I feel that our channel is different from others because I feel that we do really care for each other. We love each other. We laugh, we cut up, we have a good time. And that's what it's all about. You don't have to be so serious all the time, guys. I just love coming here every week. I love spending time with you guys. And I feel like I know a lot of you personally just from your comments. I really do appreciate each and every one of y'all. And just remember, if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe. And while you're at it, hit that little bell beside the subscribe, and you can hit all under that bell, and it will let you know when all my videos come out, so you can be ready to watch them all. Now, here is a little bit of all of it together. I really do hope y'all enjoyed this. Good luck to everyone for the giveaway. I will announce it next week. Don't forget. See you soon.